You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 3rd, 2023 meeting of the Michigan City Common Council Finance Committee. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to the City of Michigan City Finance Committee meeting. Today is May 3rd, 2023. The time now is 5:37 p.m. Committee is now called to order. I will start off with roll call. Committeeman Paul Pryzbylewski.
Here.
Committeewoman Tracy Tillman, present. Committeeman Sean Fitzpatrick, not in attendance. We were notified that Mr. Patrick will not be able to attend the City Finance Committee this evening. We do have a quorum, so we will be moving forward. Starting off, the minutes from April 18th, 2023 was approved. Starting off with the claims for May 3rd, 2022, starting off with Riverboat Fund number 2235 in the amount of $139,372.84. Riverboat EFT Fund number 2235, $0. Boyd Development EFT Fund number 2504, $0. The total claims for May 3rd, 2023 is $139,372.84. Those funds consist of, one moment, please. Accounts payable for Chicago Communications, LLC, in the amount of $6,627.89. Friedman and Associates, $3,412.50. LaPorte Chrysler Dodge Jeep, $49,832. LaPorte Chrysler Inc., $6,435. And New Tech, $73,6,500.45, totaling $139,372.84. Is there a motion to approve claims?
No, not yet. I got a question on this one purchase order.
Okay.
$49,832,000
for the LaPorte Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
And also the approval of the lease claim for the
$6,435. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, Committeeman Pryzbylewski.
Well, the claim of New Tech, is that going to be an ongoing, like, a 5-year contract or something for $394,000?
That's the new maintenance building at the airport.
That's the new maintenance building at the airport?
Correct. So, yes, so they'll, I don't know exactly what they call them in the construction business. They're like progressive billings. So they do so much work and then they bill. And we pay, and then they do more work and they bill, and then we pay. I think that's called progressive billing. We
approved this in the outlay on the budget.
Yes, this was from last year's budget. So these funds were encumbered and they just now started on the project.
Okay. And excuse me. Don't worry, I don't have COVID or strep. I already got tested, Tracy, on Saturday. The Jeep Gladiator, $49,832. Now, is that for the fire department?
That's the new lifeguard vehicle.
That's the new lifeguard vehicle. How come we didn't get a truck?
I don't know what a Gladiator is. Isn't that like?
Gladiator is a high-class Jeep, upgraded Jeep product. That's what it is. I don't see it utility-wise on being, I think that a four-wheel drive truck is better on getting people in and out of the Jeep, out of the beach area with the right. Because I know that there's going to be more to this outlay on this vehicle, tires and stuff like that for the sand. So this is just a base. So I mean, I think that they should have got a truck. That's what I'm saying.
This is the purchase order that the council approved a couple meetings ago.
I don't remember it saying Gladiator. It just said a vehicle.
Yeah, because the PO says Gladiator.
Does it?
And this is what was submitted to the council. That was back toward the end of March.
I'll say this, I got second reservations on it. That's my opinion.
Okay.
And I think I think for utility purposes that it should be a truck, because you can slide a bunch of equipment on the back of a truck. And the Gladiator is based off of the Wrangler frame, and it's a very small vehicle. You got more room in a truck. I think that they should have been more let's say cost effective one there. I haven't seen that much cost effectiveness out of any of these purchases. So I'm not making a motion.
So is that in regards?
That's in regards to this particular claim, and that I think what needs to be. So what are you going to tell me? You're going to tell me they already got it, or is that why couldn't they lease this vehicle? Why did they want to lease everything? Why didn't they lease this? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. They submitted the request. We wrote the purchase order, sent it to the council for their approval for the ordinance. The council approved it, so we notified the fire department that they could go ahead with this purchase.
All right. So is it fair to say then that this vehicle has already been ordered?
Correct. Yeah, we're writing the check to pay for it. That's what
Correct.
This docket means. And that's why we started submitting the purchase orders before they buy them.
Correct. For the request of the council.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, here's the way I'll put it. They better find money to put the right tires on it and don't come back for any additional equipment. Because the stock tires on it aren't I know a little bit about. So what you're basically saying is that
Yep. All we get in my office is the invoice.
Right.
So that's all we have.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did they order this vehicle already? Or is it over at Chrysler Dodge? Or did they buy it off the lot?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Because like I said, we received the invoice, which means they probably have the truck. So this is paying for this vehicle. So I would think that we already have it.
But definitely ordered.
If they ordered it, it's definitely been ordered. And they typically don't request payment until it's been delivered.
So is there a motion to approve claim? Or are we going to, a motion to approve claims? What we have, well,
Well, minus that, you know, I'll make a motion, okay, we approve it without any additional equipment on that vehicle.
And no,
They better find the money.
but council already approved it for the.
I understand that. They approved that vehicle. They didn't approve any, and I didn't see it on the invoice on particular equipment on it. That's what I'm getting. I don't see it anywhere. Any kind of special tires, anything.
Okay.
You know?
So
wait a second, I'll take that back. They also got accessories. Geez, I don't know what they're getting, but it's $4,750. They sure know how to spend their money. And
is this, do you know, is this particular amount is coming out of the lit? Is this coming?
No, this is Riverboat.
The Riverboat?
Yeah, these are
Riverboat.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the only thing
Okay.
out of the lit right now is the fire truck and the tough books.
okay, I'll let the whole, I'm not suggesting anything that on this particular claim, because I think that after thinking about it, that it should have been done a different way, and you know, maybe the park department should have supplied the vehicle or something. I don't know.
So is there a motion on the floor?
Yeah, I make a motion to approve everything except that claim. You know, let the council revisit it. Minus $49,832 in the amount of
That brings it to 89,000. So there's a motion on the floor for the claims in the amount of $139,372.84 minus the $49,832.
right.
Bringing the claim for May 3rd, 2023 to $89,540.84. And that $49,832 was for the LaPorte Chrysler Dodge G.
Mm-hmm. And I also, you know, I'm sorry.
A motion on the floor and nay. So there's.
It's up to you.
No, I'm saying nay, but because I don't have anyone here to split that decision, then we will carry this over to the council.
Yeah.
For the city council meeting this evening.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you want to see the agenda? To read the.
I do.
Okay, that's just my copy.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it back when you're done.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the resolution and ordinances. You usually go over those.
Yes. Thank you. And then moving on, we have the City of Michigan City Riverboat Statement of Cash Position fiscal year to date, May 3rd, 2023, ending balance $6,337,437.34. Upon Committeeman Paul Przybylski, he requested from Controller Hoffmaster an itemized the ARPA funds that have been spent and the ending balance, and that has been provided for the Finance Committee to review. And currently, the available appropriate amount left in the ARPA funds is $3,570,859.95.
Do you want to give a report on the north end and the south end tips? You don't have that? Okay.
Committeeman Chris Belinsky would like to give a report on the ending balance of the TIPS balances.
Okay, let's see here. That is the. Are you, I gotta ask Controller Hoffmaster on this report. Is this, you're telling me that we only have, $12 million in, that's in the north end? Okay, we have a total of, I see you guys got this divided up. We have a total of $7,728,473 in the south end TIF, but in the north end TIF account, there's $3,322,250.70 for a projected, the way that you got this divided up. Do you want to give me some guidance here on your spreadsheet, Yvonne? And then you're saying that we only have 12 million in cash in both of these TIFs, correct?
I didn't do that, and I didn't look at that before I gave it to you. But that would match what our financials for the city say. So if that's the numbers on there, yes, that's what we are in those two TIFs.
And well, what I was looking for was the spreadsheet with I'll have to get that from Debbie with the payoff and the yearly payout on them. I was looking for that.
The amortization schedules of all the bonds?
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, you asked for the financials,
right.
So that's what we gave you.
Right.
You didn't ask for the amortization schedules of the bonds.
Right. So anyway, is that there is money in the accounts, and so everybody should know that the TIF has different monies to use it in their different areas. So that's nice to know.
And what is the total balance?
Total balance is $12,440,212.68. Total assets.
Thank you, Committeeman.
All right.
Chris Belinsky.
Yes.
I do have a question for Controller Hoffmaster. I've been doing some research, and one of the things is, I know it's been the Silverbirch just had their 5-year. And so I pulled the ordinance number 4399, authorizing and approving a pilot agreement for the Silverbirch of Michigan City Residential Care Facility. And so again, and my reasoning for doing this is I had some questions in regards to the pilot agreement. And just for those who's not familiar with it, a pilot agreement is a legal agreement between a business development project and an industrial development agency or authority. Pilot stands for payment in lieu of taxes and allows a company to make payments on agreed schedule instead of paying the standard amount. So as I was reviewing the pilot agreement, which was filed September 6th of 2026. In section 2, section 2.3, 2.3, the annual in lieu amount payable by owner with respect to the real estate shall be imposed as property taxes and payable in 2 equal installments and due and payable on or before May 10th and November 10th of each successive calendar year, commencing with the first semi-annual installment due and payable on or before May 10th following the first year of which the project is partially or fully assessed. So my question is, would you be able to let me know what has been received thus far? To my understandings, we did receive a payment of $70,000, but if we were to get this every year, so within the 5 years, what is the total amount that we have received? And then in section 2.6, it states, in addition, in consideration of the city providing police and fire protection to the property throughout the time this pilot agreement is in effect, in the event the annual in lieu of amount is less than the combined payment amount as defined below, then the owner shall make a supplemental surcharge payment. So to that, my question is, at any time, has there been a time where the annual in lieu of payment has been less than the combined payment amount? If you could provide that information. And as it indicated, the surcharge amount shall be due and payable at the same time that in lieu of amounts are due and payable as provided in section 2.3 above, the city may use such supplemental surcharge payments for any purpose it so determines. The combined payment amount is $20,000 for tax years that the project is partially assessed prior to the issuance of a certificate or occupancy by the city, and 2, $70,000 in the first tax year, which the project is completely and fully assessed after the issuance of a certificate of occupancy, and which the amount increasing thereafter by 1% per annum for each subsequent year during the term of this pilot agreement. So then my next question would be, the funds that was obtained that we've received thus far, does it say, have any of these funds, to your knowledge, been applied towards any housing development?
No. I do know that because they went directly to the general fund.
And can I ask, why did they specifically just go to the general fund, and why was it a specific account or something set up for these specific funds so that it could possibly be used for that purpose?
Because that's not what, from what I understand, that's not what that agreement stated, that we would set up a separate fund and use those.
You said that it does or it doesn't?
It does not.
Okay.
That's why if it doesn't specifically state, typically those funds will go to the general fund.
Okay. So now, because is it possible then that an ordinance or something could be set in place specifically so that these funds can be utilized for that purpose? I'm asking.
I honestly, I don't know. That's a legal question.
Okay.
So that would be,
then I will,
Jewel or
post that
Amber or somebody question.
Try to answer that. Is that agreement with the city just talks about payment, Tracy? Okay. But we can introduce any ordinance at any time to direct the controller to deposit it in a fund. I think that's a nice idea. And then that money will start going there and to repay monies that were already paid to us.
Yeah, we're looking to increase revenues to the general fund, actually not take them away. But
well, let me just say this. Sorry. I wouldn't foresee that as taking away from the general fund. It's just going to be utilized in a different manner.
Right. But it won't be in the general fund. So we'll have to find a replacement for them or adjust the budget accordingly.
And so
for the amount of whatever these payments are.
Okay. And so then my last question is, so Do you know if we received more than the one payment of 70,000? If we did, as we should have for the past 5 years, we're looking at a roughly $350,000 that we should have.
I don't think it has been that much. But I know we received a $70,000 payment, and I believe we received a payment in 21 and in 22. I believe we received the 70 in 2020.
So if we are supposed to get these annually, then would that not be in breach, so to speak? So that's a legal question.
Right.
So I would
I just came into office in 2020.
Okay.
And it was brought to my attention that we had not received those pilot payments yet.
Okay.
And I had, I think it was the county assessor's office had notified me
Okay.
that, I don't know if they had just filed their paperwork or they were something.
So
I would have to go back and I have notes on all of this in a file.
okay. And I would, if you are able to provide me with that information, and if they can provide you with an explanation as to why we have not received those payments.
Okay, I can definitely tell you what we've received and when we received it.
Okay.
The other part, I would probably.
We can make some phone calls.
We would, probably have to have somebody contact their attorneys and find out, why. Because I don't even remember the exact year they opened.
The exact year what opened?
That Silver Birch, because it was all contingent on.
It was 5 years this year.
This year, so it was 2017.
Right, because this was done in I'm sorry, the LaPorte County Recorder Office, Barbara A. Dean Recorder, September 27, 2026 at 10:02:55 a.m. That's when this was recorded.
Okay.
So I would greatly appreciate it if you can get that information to me as soon as possible. If there's no more financial questions for the committee at this time, are there any questions from the public? There are none. Any questions from Controller Hoffmaster? There are none. And any from the committee? And there are none from the committee. So I would like a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And the time now is 6:03 p.m. Thank you.